The Ministry of Health routinely prepares for health emergencies and disasters throughout the year. However, in anticipation of the start of the hurricane season, we held our 2026 pre-hurricane season meeting here at the Ministry of Health last week. This meeting brought together many heads of departments within the ministry, as well as representatives from the hospitals. The purpose of the meeting was to have a look at the 2026 seasonal outlook, to assess our preparedness, to assess things that needed to be attended to with urgency as we prepare for the season, ensure persons knew their roles and responsibilities, and to ensure that we have a coordinated effort as we go into the hurricane season. El Niño is a naturally occurring weather phenomena that happens every so often. It happens when the sea surface temperatures are higher than usual. El Niño is not a new phenomenon, but because of climate change, the temperatures have been rising. As a result, we are expecting a more intense El Niño this season. Some of the additional effects that we can expect are higher temperatures, drier conditions, less rainfall. This will lead to drought, prolonged flooding, and also we are expecting some public health impacts. Persons should be aware of the effects of heat stress, water shortages, and other things that may affect our health and safety. El Niño conditions generally mean that the hurricane season will be less active than usual. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, has predicted that there is a 55% probability that this hurricane season will be less active than usual. However, this does not mean that there will be no hurricanes. It is expected that we may have 8 to 14 named storms, 3 to 6 hurricanes, and 1 to 3 major hurricanes. Now remember, it only takes one event to catastrophically affect our infrastructure, our healthcare system, and the country in general. We want the public to be aware that in as much as the seasonal outlook predicts fewer storms, preparedness is still very important. We need to take heed, prepare, and be safe. The Ministry of Health does not work in isolation when it comes to addressing public health emergencies, including natural hazards such as hurricanes. We work alongside the National Emergency Management Organization, NEMO, our first responding agencies such as St. Lucia Fire Service, the police, our hospitals, utilities, and other sectors to ensure that we have a coordinated response to any impending disaster. This is very important because there are many factors to consider when dealing with the preparedness as well as the response to such emergencies. Maintaining health services is a key priority for the Ministry of Health before, during, and after a hurricane. The ministry has taken steps to help prepare our facilities for this. We have had projects where we have done what we refer to as smarting of the facilities. This involves ensuring our infrastructure is sound, having rainwater systems put in place, and backup generators to ensure that we have an adequate power supply. We want persons to know that the hospitals would remain open for the emergency, as well as some of our key facilities, such as our polyclinics and district hospitals. This is important so that there is access to emergency care during the storm. However, the public should be aware that this is not the time to fill a prescription or to come in for something routine. The safest place to be is at home during the storm. The ministry ensures that these facilities have backup emergency supplies, have stocks of medications, gasoline for the generators, and we take steps to ensure that we are ready to deal with any impending storm. The message is simple: prepare early and stay informed. The forecast predicts a less than active hurricane season. However, let's not be complacent. Ensure you have your emergency supplies packed and ready. Ensure that you've secured your important documents. Ensure that your family members are aware of what the plan is. Be sure to look out for elderly family members, children, disabled, and other persons who may need assistance during the time of the hurricane. Ensure you have a supply of your medications. This is the time to ensure you have at least 2 weeks stored in case there is need. Ensure that your batteries, your lamps, everything is in place should you need to go. Heed the warnings from the St. Lucia Meteorological Service. That is our reliable source of weather information. Be aware of your mental health. We know that impending storms may cause anxiety before, may cause a sense of loss after. Ensure that we look out for each other during this time. Preparedness this hurricane season is a shared responsibility. It's not the government's, it's not the Ministry of Health. We all have a part to play. Ensure that you prepare so that your family remains safe this hurricane season.